Hi, my name is Devin Seddon, and I'm an independent consultant with Ambit Energy. And look, there's no secret that this business and all the new choices that come with it are often met with some skepticism, and that's okay. That's most often the safest route, and let's face it, because this is a brand new concept for people, some of this information can be a little confusing at times. In the case of energy deregulation, this was simply a move by the federal government to break up the energy monopolies and create competition in the energy industry. Through energy deregulation, energy customers now not only have a chance to save money in a place where they never could before, but also a choice to save money in a place where they never had one before. And with a number of companies now competing for your business, this gives you choices. This is competition. And these new choices that come with that competition will inevitably drive down the price you pay for the energy you use every day. Now, to say that you've likely been held hostage or simply getting gouged for decades would not be too far off in most cases, and that was just because you were stuck. You had to use whichever provider happened to service the area where you live. It was the only choice you had, but that only meant that they could literally charge you whatever they wanted. Whether it's choosing your own energy provider, which you've never been able to do before and therefore have probably never done before, or whether it's understanding how the energy industry is changing as we move forward and what those changes mean to you, or you just get the feeling that this business opportunity is just, well, it's too good to be true. Sounds like a lot of the rest, and it can seem just overwhelming at times. By the way, if you do think this business sounds like all the rest, what you'll want to do is start by clicking the 5 Dynamics button at the bottom of the page here in just a few minutes. But hang on, we'll get there. So let me simplify it. If you live in a deregulated area, you now have a choice where you get your energy. But that company that used to provide you your energy no longer does. They no longer generate energy, and you no longer buy your energy from them. They only deliver it to you. So if you do not choose your own energy supplier, that company will choose a provider for you, and you will likely not see any savings at all. So they will not be making any extra effort other than what they are legally obligated to make to notify you that you have this choice. For example, if you live in a deregulated area, I can promise you that they have already fulfilled that obligation in spades with as little hoopla as possible. Now, for those of you who are skeptical because you've already exercised your option and made your choice only to have the rates change after a few months, or found yourself in a contract you'd be penalized for leaving, well, you'll find none of that with Ambit Energy. First, there are no contracts, there are no fees, there are no penalties. As a customer, you come and go as you please. We are not here to penalize or trick you. That's not how you keep happy, loyal customers, as those companies that made you skeptical in the first place have already proven. Now, besides, in our business, our customers are the ones who do the marketing. They are the ones who gather other customers, and they are the ones who benefit from keeping customers. Second, if you've already been with an energy provider who jacked up your rates and you're afraid of that happening again, well, with Ambit, you have a few options to prevent that. 2 of those options are the simplest option: sign up for a fixed rate. Or, the even more effective option, show your savings to others. Sign up 15 of those others, and Ambit will subtract the average of their 15 bills from your bill every single month. And each customer you sign up, they can do the same thing. Now, information on each of these options can be found by clicking the Start Saving or Free Energy buttons at the bottom of the page. Third, if you were with another energy provider and you're comparing all the other energy providers to that one, let me just say this. Regardless of what has happened to you, someone will still be choosing your provider for you, whether it's you or not. Do not throw away your choice just because of a bad experience. Make another choice. Also, all energy providers are not equal. You tried one and it burned you, but that's the advantage of having that choice. That's the power of it. And this choice isn't just yours to make once, it is yours to make forever. See, the fact that you now have this choice is exactly the leverage you need to keep providers from burning you like that. Why? Well, because you can always switch to another provider anytime and forever. And that switch literally takes about 5 minutes, and it can also be accomplished simply by using the Start Saving button at the bottom of this page. So really, I'm just going to ask you this one thing. Please don't compare Ambit Energy until you compare Ambit Energy. Don't equate the way we do business with those other providers. We are not equal. Plenty of proof of that can be found by clicking the About Ambit button at the bottom of this page. And I can assure you that energy provider you chose, the one that burned you, cannot even touch the proof you'll find on that page. In a way, you've also proven yourself that all the energy providers are not equal. See, you gave the provider who made you unhappy an opportunity. Maybe you stayed with that company. Maybe you did something that you think even might put you back with the provider you had before deregulation. But as I told you, those companies no longer create or provide you your energy, they only deliver it. In which case, you allowed someone else to make your choice for you. Or maybe, even in some cases, you were so upset with the results of your choice that you're now even spiting the rest of the new energy providers because of it. But just remember, if you've reacted in either of those ways, those kinds of actions will only be at your own expense. I'm just here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. And given a chance, I will prove it to you. So if you want to compare us, that's great, but you can't properly do that unless you've tried us. It's the only way to actually compare. Now, fourth, if you're simply skeptical because this is a multi-level marketing business, just simply click the Why MLM button at the bottom of this page and you can find out exactly why Ambit Energy was set up that way. And last, for those of you who are skeptical because you think this business opportunity sounds too good to be true, well, I can see why you might say that as well. There are a lot of numbers being thrown around in some of this information, and a lot of those numbers are big numbers. So it makes sense to wonder where all of those big numbers are coming from, doesn't it? Well, it's actually very easy to show you where all of those numbers are coming from. I really just need one number to do that. One number that makes all of those other seemingly big numbers a little bit easier to understand. 500 billion. 500 billion. That's in dollars. And last year alone, that's what people spent. Well over $1 billion per day on energy. Over $1 billion per day on energy. Now, every single dollar of that money is getting paid to someone. People will be buying energy. Now, that money will change hands. Why would you not want those hands to be yours? Now, they say everything has a catch, and I guess that's true. A phrase like that and an idea like that wouldn't be around as long as that one has if it wasn't true. And as hard as it is to find a catch in a business where you can actually achieve financial freedom just by helping people save money on something they already buy every month, ironically, if there is that catch, then it can be found in the one place where this business is actually similar to other businesses. There is an initial investment. Now, if you were going to start up a restaurant franchise, what do you think the initial investment would be? How long until you got that initial investment back? How long until you were out of debt? Now, no one is talking about opening a restaurant. That's not why you're here. But we'll get to the reason why I gave you that example in a bit. But for now, let's take a look at this in a slightly different way for just a minute. If someone said to you, if you donate $500 right now, you could potentially save that same $500 or more, not only this year, but every year, each year, year after year, all the way down the line as long as there are years and people using energy. Now, would you be able to see the value of that donation in the end? What if that same person also told you that all of your friends and all of your family members could each also save that same money every year, all from that same $500 donation? Now, wouldn't it be great if you could actually do that for all of the people that you love? Are you the type of person that would be willing to make that initial donation for those people? Well, think about this then. What if you could actually do that same thing, only that $500 was not a donation, but actually an investment in your future that can not only do what that donation did for those people and you, but it would also provide you with a perpetual residual income and make you the one who could actually offer that donation scenario for real to other people. Now, the Ambit Energy initial investment is $429 plus $25 a month for your Ambit website, which provides you not only the way to sign up customers and consultants, but also provides you with an extensive training system through Ambit University. Now, with all of that, it'll take you a couple of months before you're almost to that $500 we've been talking about. At that point, you will not only have your own business, only a couple of months old, just budding, but a series of websites to run that business and a chance to have already gotten back over 80% of that initial investment through Ambit's Jumpstart program just by getting a few customers. Now, you and your family, if you live in a deregulated area, that should actually not only prove to be quite simple, But if you've gotten those 15 to 20 customers that it takes to jumpstart your business, you will also be getting the average of those customers' bills subtracted from your own energy bill, and each of those customers will also have the opportunity to do the same thing for themselves. Plus, if you happen to live in an area that offers electricity and natural gas, each customer you get now counts as 2 customers. Now that speaks nothing of whether or not you added any consultants during that time. Add a consultant or 2 that want to do the same thing that you're doing, and you've already gotten back not only every dollar it took you to start your own Ambit business, but you are either significantly saving or getting free energy. You've also provided all of your friends and all of your family with the opportunity to do the very same thing, and you've also begun to turn a profit in your brand new business. Let's see a restaurant franchisee do that. And all of this is without even touching on the residual income part of the business. I can get into more of that if you want to know more about that. Get back to the website, get all of your questions answered, and get started today. What are you waiting for?